we know the thesis on Tesla. We know the thesis on Palantir. Enphase, I don't think gets that much love in the YouTube world. What's the thesis on Enphase? Why should people check out that stock?
As an investor, when you identify a clear winner in an industry that's in the bottom of an S curve and their financials are sound, it's a no-brainer. I feel like it's a no-brainer.
Can you explain what an S curve is?
Enphase was on my radar. Well, Carlos finds that I have solar on my roof, okay? And I convinced a couple of people like Carlos and another buddy of mine to buy.
There you go.
To buy solar. But real quick, underneath that solar is something called a microinverter, which almost every system needs. So every solar system that's being installed for the next 100 years will need something called a microinverter or an inverter in general. And Enphase is one of two companies, basically a duopoly in making these things, okay?
That's the part of the system that turns the DC energy that your solar panel creates into AC power that you can use. Your solar system cannot function without it, right? And so there's predominantly two different companies that do it, but Enphase, and look, we've done our diligence. If you go to our channel, we actually talked to a solar installer who's making money on this and giving us his assessment from doing this for several years, expertise, talking to customers, clients, commercial, residential. I mean, and they all saying the same thing. Enphase is the winner. They have the best product. Even put it like this, they're not the cheapest, but people will pay more because of what that company's how good that company's product is. Okay, so you see the takeoff. You see how that one says takeoff. We're not even really there yet in terms of the adaptation of solar. Like I think 1 or 2% of the homes in America have.
It's around 1% right now 1%. Of all homes across the United States.
Right. People aren't using solar. It's not even 1%. Like it's not so low, right?
It's around 1%. I did the math actually. Okay. It's around 1%. Right,
so 1%. That means you have 99% of the roof space in America still available, and this
commercial.
And what's the company's market cap right now? Enphase?
25 billion.
25 billion. So you're
Palantir.
You know what I mean? And so you're saying they're basically one of two companies, and this number two company, they do have an install base, but predominantly the installers and more people are happier with Enphase systems. So when you identify that, and then you look at where we are in the S curve, you realize that this is, $800 billion, $600 billion company in the making.
Yeah, the stock price is 200. It's actually run up a lot, so I wouldn't be like jumping in here. But this is something.
Wait. It was $7 in 2012. It stayed flat for.
Doesn't that look a lot like Tesla's curve? 10 years. That's still, and now it's starting to awaken.
The thing is, it's starting to awaken. So people think they've missed a run. They don't understand that 1% of the world, or less than 1%, the world. This is a world company. Have less than 1% of solar installed. This company installs 40-50% of all the inverters under all the panels you see everywhere in all the world. What happens when it's 20% is covered by solar? Oh my God,
just imagine. They won't.
We're not saying 100%. We're saying think in the future, in 5-10 years, when 20% solar or 30% solar or 50%.
And they're also making batteries.
This company is a 10x in the making, in my belief, in my opinion. Not financial advice, but everybody should check it out immediately, today, tomorrow, and do their due diligence, of course.
Or just, on our channel, there's a lot. We did a lot of videos. We've done videos that are like the bull case on Enphase. We've compared it. Like I said, we spoke to actual solar installer and asked him, what do you think? Just educate our audience on how
what was his argument.
I mean, his argument, tell him, Vitaly. It's basically.
His argument is who's going to win? Enphase.
Enphase.
Okay. We literally said, who's going to win?
Yeah, we literally asked him. So who's going to win?
He said, if I have to pick one, it's Enphase. But look, if you want to be a safe investor and your audience only buys Palantir, they're probably not all safe investors. Let's buy Enphase and SolarEdge, which are two companies that have 80+% of the market right now today.
Right.
Those two are going to win. So anyone who thinks that they're gambling here, this is not a gamble. This is basically, you're just waiting for the day you can cash out. That's what it is. Yeah. Not financial advice. I have to keep saying that.
And Tesla too. Tesla is also a play on that, right? It's not a profitable part of their business, but it's an important part of their strategy.
So does Tesla compete with them at all in any sense?
Well, no, not really. These two literally own 80-90% of the market. Tesla, I forgot what he said, but maybe it's like 2%, 5%. It's really small, actually.
And they lose money on their installs, actually. Tesla actually loses money on their installs.
And they can't take that part seriously just yet because they're so constrained on the batteries and everything and dealing with the cars that they're not going to be a real player in solar for a while, which gives Enphase more time to develop its tech and become bigger. So I think we're going to have these multiple winners, Tesla, Enphase, SolarEdge. These are good bets for the future.
Interesting. No, I think when you told it to me when we were in your Tesla and you were telling me the story that they make the thing underneath the solar panels And then I'm looking at, and they're like the only ones. And then on the macro, solar panels have, as you said, 1% adoption only in the States, right? Not even globally. That's when I'm like, oh shit. Like even at $200, like Tesla at 500 was expensive, but Tesla's at 1100. So it's just like,
well,
Tesla's actually at, wait, hold on. Tesla right now is it 5,000? What's the actual price of Tesla right now? It's 5,500.
Yeah.
It'd be 5,500.
Yeah. So everybody thought Tesla was expensive at 900 and 800.
Yeah.
It's $5,000 a share.
Technically, it's actually $5,000 a share. Yeah.
Yeah. So just so I make it clear, my prediction for Enphase is that this is over $1,000 stock, in my opinion. That's why I'm not selling any shares until it gets way up there. And I've been buying since $20.